Parker. Welcome to the Maurice Parker channel. If you're new, subscribe below. We talk about sports and more. Let's get into it. We had just concluded Game 5 of the NBA Finals, in which the Oklahoma City Thunder have won 120 to 109 against the Indiana Pacers. This game was a back and forth battle. Actually, in the beginning of the first quarter of the game, Oklahoma started to run away with it, and even through the second quarter, where they was up by 14 points. The third quarter, Indiana did a fantastic job of coming back. Throughout this game, the biggest glaring thing I had to talk about, unfortunately, is that Tyrese Haliburton did not play up to his standard today in this game. It was it was very interesting to see that he did not actually score any points off the field, after any shot attempts. He actually scored points off the free throw line. It was just not his night. Honestly, the guy who really did a good job as a point guard for the Indiana Pacers in this game was T.J. McConnell, who did an outstanding job trying to be crafty, trying to be showing the moment wasn't too big for him. As I was watching forward to in this game with the NBA Finals, I noticed that I'm not going to say Indiana plays scared. I'm not going to say Tyrese Haliburton plays scared. He got hurt doing a misstep earlier in the first quarter. He tried to come back. Not an excuse, but courage. I'm willing to give him credit for coming back in the game, because it would have been easy when you're down by 14 or 15 points and a half and be like, you know what, I'm going to sit out. He came back in the game. He just did not play well, and it just evidence to show to the point where game six, I think that maybe if he cannot play up to 100% short, 100%, you may have to put in TJ McConnell into the game, just only because he injects so much life into he does come off the bench. I think it'd be a good idea for him to, spark the team. Pascal Siakam performed admirably, 28 points. It was not too shabby. Uh, the X factor in this game for Oklahoma, in my opinion, was Williams. I mean, he off 40 points. Normally, you would think it was 3 points, but he kept driving in the lane, was fearless. And then when you got the reigning MVP, SGA, Shea Gildas Alexander, getting 31 points, it's tough. The swirling defense by Oklahoma City in the end allowed them to pull away. Now, there was a point where Siakam tied the game up within 2 points, but then that's the closest they got, because Oklahoma started feeling the turnover. It seemed like every big time shot Indiana made, Oklahoma matched it. And I think that killed the momentum, because when you hit a big time shot and then you make a big time shot, it kind of neutralizes that flow. I think ultimately in this game, it just came down to the fact is that it just felt like Oklahoma City was locked in that they was not going to lose on their home court again. Unfortunately, now what I think. Oh well, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Actually, give you $5. Well, I appreciate that, my good sir. I will say that if for Indiana now being down, oh, hello, you doing, Jacob? Hello. I say for Indiana that for them to come with this game, they have to be able to how you respond to adversity. This is your season on the line in your home building on Thursday. How are you going to respond, Haliburton? How are you going to respond when your back is literally against the wall? This is not just a series or a championship game. This is like a lot of childhood dreams. This is a level that very few people got there. For Oklahoma City, you're one win away from achieving NBA history or achieving your goal. What are you going to do to? What are you going to play with more desperation to achieve it? Because this city has never won a championship there. In my opinion, like I had said during before, both teams are playing admirably. What a championship would mean for both teams cannot be underestimated for Indiana. It could just be a testament to their dedicated fan base for all the years that they have endured. When they was going up in 2000s and the 90s and stuff like that, for them to, solidify themselves as NBA champions, even though they're a small market team that does a lot. For Oklahoma City, because they are younger, I'm just going to be the first one to tell you this, because they're younger, and I could be wrong. This could be the start of a dynasty. For the only reason I say that is because they're young as a collective unit. and they're playing with their swirl on defense. And the fact is that they're hustling for every loose ball. They're being scrappy. They're just overall just got more confidence. And that's the biggest key in this game. How are you going to overcome those adversities? I think the biggest thing I wanted to say is throughout these final series, throughout everything, how are we willing to judge these players? I commend both teams for getting to the NBA Finals. It's not an easy task to compete for a championship. A lot of things do have to go your way. This game came down to big time shots by Williams. It came down to Shea Alexander. Uh, I think he's been averaging 30 points. SGA. Pascal Siakam has been consistent. Honestly, Haliburton has had his moments where he can be aggressive, but he just was not his night. I'm not going to say that Haliburton played scared by any stretch of the imagination because I will not insult the man in that way. Like some of the other people, if you probably saw the game, I'm just not going to agree with that narrative. I just didn't say he just did not perform up to his standard today. Sometimes you have an off night and it happens. It's just unfortunate that it happened on the biggest stage in the championship series. But you just gotta dust yourself off and get ready for the next game. The thing you gotta look for both teams. This is why they play the game. See, there's a special level. I respect. Unlike most people, I respect both teams for just going to the championship. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but both teams actually get a ring. One gets a ring for just going to the championship. The other one gets a ring for winning the championship. Now, when you're a champion, that does change a lot because nobody can ever take it away. Now, for like I said, for Indiana, it would mean a lot for their city, for the organization, for Tyrese Haliburton, for Pascal Siakam, for all their fans. Like I said, for him, it'll just solidify his superstar status. Now, for SGA, just he's our superstar. This would kind of push him to be considered the greatest Oklahoma City Thunder of all time. Because even though they share history with the Seattle Supersonics with the great Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, you gotta remember Oklahoma City was not always in Oklahoma City; it was in Seattle. So, and you gotta think of the talent that Oklahoma City had. They had James Harden, they had Kevin Durant, they had Russell Westbrook. It's just that when they went to the finals, they had the unfortunateness of playing against a very to the Heat team that had actually went to the finals the previous year. So Thursday, either we are going to crown, either we're going to go to a game seven. Sorry, and is this the game seven of all game sevens, or Oklahoma City is going to walk out of Indiana with the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Now, I know. I just want to say congratulations to both teams for you making it this far. You have given us an unbelievable series. This has truly been one of the best series I think I've seen in a while. Maybe going back to the Golden State Cleveland game. The only reason I say that is as much as both teams was matched, it just seems like both teams are scrappy. They're willing to fight each other. They're willing to fight for every claw, for every inch, every mile that it takes to get to a championship. I also want to say I thank you to all the fans, to the people who supported me and everything else, and the comments. I see it. Thank God and Jesus. Thank God and Jesus and family friends to keep supporting and pushing me through. I did want to say thank you guys so much. On that on that note, I just wanted to make sure I said thank you to you guys because it does mean a lot to hear the feedback and everything. So, what are your thoughts? I'm opening it up to you guys. What else? What are thoughts you thought about the game or the way the series went so far? Anybody, guys? Any thoughts or anything else? I'm opening up the floor. And I do see the one person there who is watching. I do appreciate that. I do see that these comments are awesome, and you know, say thank you to everybody else. Um, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to the MP channel and supported me as I go through the next process. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. You guys don't know how much it means to have um the support from you guys. It means a lot. Isn't Dawn? I know there's a lot of other great podcasts out there that you could obtain information from, but just thank you for allowing me to just speak how I feel about the last few minutes. I do appreciate it. Even if one or two would not show up, I look forward to it. I cannot wait for the next time when we get to come together again and I get to give you more opinions on Thursday. Don't forget, Thursday night, 8:30, ABC, Game 6 of the NBA Finals. I hope to see you there.